Hi, South Shore. My name is Dr. Arlene Diamco, integrative physician, pediatrician, and cranial osteopath at All Worlds Health in Roswell, Georgia. I used to live in Scituate for a few years, and I really miss it. And my husband is actually from Marshfield, so we visit family in New England pretty much every year. So this year, I wanted to bring an amazing workshop that I teach. It's called Tension and Trauma Release Exercises. These were developed by Dr. David Berceli, who studied stress and trauma all over the world. And what he noticed was that anytime there was a stressful situation, so he was in really stressed areas, war zone countries, and he saw that when a bomb went off, there was always some sort of tension or contraction in the body. Everyone curled up in the fetal position. So then he observed that afterwards, when things settled down, that the kids would tend to start trembling or shaking. And because he saw that the kids did that, he saw that as a natural physiological reaction to shake off the stress of the incident. So it makes sense. We have a stress response to respond to any kind of life stressor, and then we have a natural relaxation response. But a lot of us have suppressed this response for social, cultural reasons. And it's because if you think about shaking or trembling, you might think of it as a sign of weakness, or that something's wrong with you, or just, that's kind of weird. And you might have thought about times in your life you actually felt like that. So maybe you've been like bouncing your knee, or you see somebody else do it. And, if you see yourself do it or someone else, it tends to be the response like, hey, can you cut that out? That's kind of strange. Or, before times of great excitement, like a wedding, times of grief, like a funeral, you can have that kind of like nervous shaking inside of you. And you might have let yourself do it, or you might have shut it down. Animals do this too. So when the thunder goes off, the dogs will often immediately start shaking. They haven't forgotten this reflex. So because we tend to kind of shut this reflex down, Dr. Berceli put together a set of physical exercises, 7 physical exercises, and that I'm going to go through with you. And it helps us to regain access to this natural reflex in our body. It's so amazing. And even though I treat so many people, with osteopathy, with herbs, supplements, dietary mind-body changes, this I like to think about as a body-mind approach, because we are going straight to the body. Often, what we've been through is too overwhelming to talk about, or maybe we don't feel like we have words for it quite yet. And this is when it's really good to go to the body, because the body knows how to rebalance if we let it. And that's what we're going to go through with the TRE, or tension and trauma release exercises. For myself, it's been amazing for digestive issues. If I didn't eat 100% perfectly, my digestion would sometimes get off. And if I do these TRE exercises regularly, I don't have that problem. And for my patients, oh my gosh, there's been so many amazing results with it. So I've seen people sleep better. One of the best things I can recommend for sleep, even if some people are on medication, on herbals, on homeopathic remedies, doing all kinds of things, if people use the TRE before they go to bed, they often sleep so well. And I've had patients say that they haven't felt this kind of calm in so long. So for reducing regular stress and anxiety, it's really great. I had a multiple sclerosis patient who said to me after the hour class, she said, I feel more loose and more relaxed. So if I feel like that after I've done the exercises, then that's not all from the multiple sclerosis. So the benefits for it are, it just has such huge potential, because it helps us to rebalance our autonomic nervous system. We have our fight or flight response, which is the stress response, and then we have the de-stress response, which is typically the responsibility of the parasympathetic nervous system. So that is rest and digestion and sleep. But these two things need to be in balance. So even if you have too much parasympathetic, you can actually be in this frozen state, like not want to get out of bed, not really interested in regular activities. And sometimes you see people wobble in between. That's very common, especially if someone's been through a lot of stress or shock in their life, that they can wobble between sympathetic overload, so fight or flight, everything looks like a fire, like everything is very like a big thing or too intense, to too much parasympathetic where it's like, I'm feeling really down, I don't want to move, I don't want to get out in the world. This is an amazing tool. The great thing is that this is very easily learned, and it's something that if you choose to, you can do for yourself onwards. At the end of the class, you will get a booklet with the exercises. You don't have to try to remember them. And it's a tool that you'll have for the rest of your life. So I hope that you are able to join me. Thank you so much, Janet, for organizing this, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.